Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 7th of May 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this day and what we can update in our notes. So before we start, these are the topics we are going to cover in this session, and the topics are like this, you can see here. So I've got some state news, some banking and finance news for you, some defense news, some science and technology news, sports news, important days, appointments and resignation, ranks and reports, awards, and at last I'll summarize all the things for all of you so that you can know that what we have learned in this session. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sati@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Okay, so first news that we have today is that Indian Army and Puneet Balan Group partnered to develop India's first Constitution Park in Pune. So recently what has happened guys, that India's first Constitution Park jointly developed by the Indian Army and Puneet Balan Group was inaugurated by Lieutenant General Ajay Kumar Singh in Pune, Maharashtra. So the first thing that you need to understand that the first Constitution Park is being developed in Pune. If we talk about the Ved Park, that is in Noida, okay, and if we talk about the Constitution Park, that is in Pune right now. So what exactly the Constitution Park is? So basically this particular type of park you can see if you ever going to visit there, and you can see a lot of pictures from our constitution, and like here you can see these people, they are standing in front of the this page is printed here on this wall, and as much as I guess this is a preamble, it is printed here. So basically it tells the people about the constitution. It keeps them aware that what constitution says. So whenever a person going to visit this park, he will at least read out that what are the things written, and after reading out they must get to know something about the constitution. So for this purpose it has been deployed, it has been built there. Who has inaugurated this particular park? That is Mr. Lieutenant General Ajay Kumar Singh in Pune, Maharashtra. The park is envisioned as an educational and recreational space aimed at disseminating knowledge about the constitution and instilling a sense of pride in India's democratic heritage. The park will serve as a hub for educational activities and public engagement related to the Indian Constitution. It aims to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of India's democratic value among visitors. So remember that Indian Army and Puneet Balan Group, they have partnered together to build the Constitution Park in Pune. MHA grants NOC to rename 8 railway stations in UP. So recently, Ministry of Home Affairs, they have granted a no objection certificate to change the names of 8 railway stations in Amethi, Uttar Pradesh. The proposed name changes include Fursadganj Railway Station to Tapeshwar Nath Dham and Kasimpur Halt to J City. Other changes are J's to Guru Gorakhnath Dham, Bani to Swami Paramhans, Mizrauli to Ma Kalikan Dham, Nihalgarh to Maharaja Bijli Pasi, Akbarganj to Ma Arwa Bhavani Dham, and Wazirganj to Amar Shahid Bhale Sultani. The renamed railway station will soon be updated by the Railway CRIS, that is the Center for Railway Information System. So remember that MHA has granted NOC to the renaming of 8 railway stations in UP under the chief ministership of Mr. Yogi Adityanath. Okay, so another news that we have today is that Gurugram administration ropes in Yuzvendra Chahal to boost voter turnout. So you must have heard about that the people being appointed as the ambassador by election commission and other things. So same is the situation here, we can see right now. What is the situation? That Gurugram administration has appointed Yuzvendra Chahal to boost voters to vote in the elections, in the upcoming elections. As this is a quite common thing during the elections time, that the election commission of India and the administration, they appoint some celebrities whom people follow, and so that he can influence or she can influence the people to vote more and more in the elections. So for that purpose, now Gurugram district administration is taking steps to increase voter participation for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections on May 25. Indian cricketer Yuzvendra Chahal has been appointed as the brand ambassador. Popular singer MD Desi Rockstar and Naveen Punia are also part of the campaign. The initiative aims to attract the youth and encourage them to vote. So remember, Gurugram appointed Yuzvendra Chahal as the particular person who will boost the voters in the election. RBI allows stand-alone primary dealers to borrow in foreign currency. So Reserve Bank of India has issued a circular allowing stand-alone primary dealers to borrow in foreign currency from their parent companies or authorized entities. So basically, the highest regulatory body of our banking in our country has issued a circular regarding the standalone primary dealers so that they can borrow the foreign currency from their parent company or authorized entities. The SPDs can now access overdraft facilities in nostro accounts for operational purpose. RBI has proposed stricter measures for project financing in infrastructure projects, requiring lenders to set aside 5% of the money lent as general provisions for all existing and new loans. This move aims to enhance the financial stability and operational efficiency of SPDs in India. So remember, RBI has allowed the SPDs to borrow foreign currency from their parent organization. IFSCA permits foreign portfolio investors to issue derivative instruments with Indian securities. So the International Financial Service Center Authority has allowed IFSC banking units registered as foreign portfolio investors with SEBI. What is SEBI? The Security Exchange Board of India. To issue derivatives instruments with the Indian securities at underlying assets in GIFT IFSC. Non-banking entities registered with SEBI as FPIs are also permitted to issue derivative instruments with Indian securities. Entity issuing DIs must comply with SEBI and IFSCA requirement and provide request information to the clearing corporation in GIFT IFSC by the 10th day of every month. This initiative aims to develop and regulate financial products, services, and institutions in IFSC. So remember that IFSC permits has given to the portfolio investors to issue derivative instruments with Indian securities. REC Limited receives NOC from RBI to establish wholly owned subsidiary in IFSC Gift City. So REC Limited, that is a renewable energy corporation, received no objection certificate from the RBI so that they can establish a subsidiary in the Gift City, that is Gandhinagar, Gujarat, in the International Finance Service Centers. Subsidiary will engage in permissible activities as finance company within the Gift City, facilitating REC Limited in expanding its global presence. So now they are also going to become a financial service provider, and for that purpose they are going to open a subsidiary in the Gift City, that is Gandhinagar. It will serve as an offshore platform for securing competitive funds and provide enhanced collaboration with international investors. REC is a Maharatna company under the Ministry of Power and is registered with the RBI as NBFC, Public Finance Institution, and Infrastructure Financing Company also. So remember the name REC. They are going to create a subsidiary in the Gift City, that is Gandhinagar, as a financial service center. And apart from that, recently the Traditional Medicine Center was also opened with the help of WHO in Jamnagar, Gujarat. Remember that also. And apart from that, now REC Limited is going to open a subsidiary for finance in the Gujarat. That is the place called Gandhinagar. That is also the capital of Gujarat. Carlyle Group sells 2% stake in Yes Bank for rupees 1441 crore. So Carlyle Group, through its affiliate CA Basque Investments, divested a 2% stake in Yes Bank Limited for rupees 1441 crore. CA Basque Investment sold 59.40 crore shares, equivalent to 1.98% stake in Yes Bank, at an average price of rupees 24.27 per share. Following the transaction, Carlyle Group shareholding in Yes Bank declined to 7.13% from 9.11%. Goldman Sachs Singapore Private Limited purchased more than 36.92 crore shares, acquiring a 1.23% stake in Yes Bank at an average cost of rupees 24.26 a piece. So remember, Carlyle Group, they have sold 2% stake in Yes Bank for rupees 1,441 crore. Get Vantage secures NBFC license from the RBI, pioneering RBF startup. So Get Vantage, a revenue-based finance startup, has obtained a non-banking financial company license from the RBI. So another company that got the license to become NBFC in India, that is the Get Vantage. If we talk about the non-banking financial company, that is the NBFC, what is the purpose behind NBFC is, so basically NBFC takes care about the type of mutual fund investments and other type of investments in the company. So remember the name, Get Vantage, a revenue based finance startup, has obtained a non-banking financial company license. This makes Get Vantage the first RBF and alternative funding platform in India to receive such authorization. The license marks significant milestone for the startup. The move is expected to pave the way for more innovative financial solutions in the market. So remember the name, Get Vantage secures the NBFC license from the RBI, pioneering RBF startup. RBI revises guidelines for banks capital market exposure in T+1 settlement. So Reserve Bank of India has updated the guidelines for custodian banks in the lights of the T1 settlement regime for stocks. Custodian banks issuing irrevocable payment commitments will now face a maximum intraday risk capped at 30% of the settlement amount. The change is aimed at managing capital market exposure more effectively. The revised guidelines are expected to enhance the stability of the financial system. So for this purpose, the RBI has revised the guidelines for the bank's capital market exposure in T+1 settlement. Another one, that is RBI lowers the margin funding limits to 30% from 50%. So RBI has reduced the maximum risk for custodian banks issuing irrevocable payment commitments from 50% to 30%. So we just talked about this one in the last slide also, that it has been decreased from 50% to 30%. So remember these things, especially the banking students, because for you this could be a very important question, that how much percentage will now be declared by the RBI for the IPCs to particularly issue from as a custodian bank. This decision follows the reduction in trade settlement time from T+2 to T+1 and T+0 for select equities. The change is based on the potential for downward price movement of equities over 2 successive days. The new limit aims to mitigate risk associated with margin funding. So remember that RBI lowers the margin funding limits to 30% from 50%. India Ratings raises sovereign the GDP growth estimate for financial year 25 to 7.1%. So India Ratings and Research have revised their GDP growth estimate for financial year 25 to 7.1%. The revision is attributed to strong government expenditure and improved corporate and banking sector balance sheets. A budding private corporate capex cycle also contributes to the optimistic outlook. However, uneven consumption, demand, and global economic challenges could constrain growth. So remember that Indian rating rises sovereign GDP growth estimates to be 7.1%. So according to the Moody and Goldman Sachs, it would be 6.8 to 7%. According to RBI itself, it would be 7 to 7.2. And now India rating raises sovereign GDP growth to be 7.1%. What is the company? India Ratings and Research. IAF received second C295 transport aircraft from Airbus Defence and Space. So another particular transport aircraft deployed into the Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force has received its second C295 transport aircraft from Airbus Defence and Space SA, Spain. C295 aircraft will replace the Avro Hawker Siddeley HS748 aircraft in IAF service since 1960. The aircraft has the capacity of lifting 9 tons, can transport up to 71 troopers or paratroopers, and has maximum speed of 480 km per hour. It is equipped with radar warning receiver, missile approach warning system, and laser warning system. So remember that IAF received a second C295 transport aircraft from the Airbus Defence and Space. Recently, if we talk about the Adani Defense Group, they are also under the collaboration with the particular company that is called the AS Group, that is of UAE. And for what purpose? So to create new type of equipment and defense equipment for India, indigenously developed equipments. Mindgrove launches India's first commercial SoC or IoT devices. So recently on May 6th, Mindgrove Technologies, a semiconductor startup backed by IIT Madras, launched India's first commercial system on chip named Secure Internet of Things. Secure IoT chip is expected to be 30% less expensive than the existing chips in comparable categories and is designed for IoT devices. So, if we talk about the Mindgrove technologies, so we know very well. Recently, the two type of manufacturing industries India is working on. One is the semiconductor industries, and the other one is the lithium ion batteries. So now under that category, the Mindgrove launches India's first commercial SoC for the IoT devices. Chip features a high performance microcontroller clocked at 700 MHz and has undergone successful multi project wafer tape out at the 28 nanometer node. It can control a wide range of devices from smartwatches to smart city devices like connected electricity, water and gas meters, as well as electric vehicle battery management system. Mindgrove will also offer design expertise to Indian firms to speed innovation and scale up production in India. So for this purpose, the Mindgrove launches India's first commercial SoC, that is system on chip, named Secure Internet of Things. Ukraine unveils AI-powered digital spokesperson for foreign ministry. So it has been a very common thing. Last year, if we talk about a company called Dictator, launched their own AI CEO. Now Ukraine unveils the AI-powered digital spokesperson. So Ukraine has introduced the AI generative spokesperson named Victor Shai. The AI spokesperson will deliver official statements from the foreign ministry. The move represents a significant technology advancement in diplomatic communication. Initiative has garnered global attention for its innovative approach. Just to add, Ukraine recently also became the first country in the world who have their own unit of drones deployment and warfare. So for that purpose, remember Ukraine also has become one of that country which has first country which has its own drone warfare technology. Sunita Williams, Indian origin astronaut, set for third space mission. So, Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams is set for her third space mission to the International Space Station. She will be accompanied by colleague Butch Wilmore. The mission marks inaugural crewed flight to the Starliner spacecraft. The mission aims to test the spacecraft system from launch to landing. So remember the name Sunita Williams is now again set for her third space mission. China defeats Indonesia to win BWF Thomas and Uber Cup 2024 final. So recently in the Badminton Federation, China men's team won 33rd edition of Badminton World Federation Thomas Cup after defeating Indonesia's men team by 3-1. This victory marks China's 11th Thomas Cup title, and China's women's team clinched the 30th edition of the BWF Uber Cup after defeating Indonesia by 3-0. So men's team, they have got the BWF Thomas Cup, and the women's team, they have basically got the BWF Uber Cup. BWF 2024 championship was held in Chengdu, China from 29th April to 5th of May. So remember who got the BWF Thomas and Uber Cup this year? That was China. ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Bangladesh gears up for cricketing extravaganza. So ICC has announced the fixture of the 9th ICC Women's T20 World Cup. The tournament will take place from 3rd of October to 20th October in Bangladesh. Cricket enthusiasts worldwide are eagerly anticipating this event. The tournament promises to be an action-packed spectacle of skills and sportsmanship. And if we talk about the Men's T20 World Cup, that is going to be held in West Indies and USA. The Women's World Cup, it is going to be held in Bangladesh. Next year in 2025, the ICC Champions Trophy is going to be held in a place called Pakistan. Real Madrid clinches 36th La Liga title. So recently, Real Madrid has secured La Liga 2023-2024 season title. They clinched the championship after defeating Cadiz 3-0. Their closest rivals, Barcelona, suffered a 4-2 loss against Girona. This victory adds another remarkable achievement to Real Madrid's illustrious history. So remember, the Real Madrid, they have clinched the 36th La Liga title this particular year. To add to this, Euro Cup was won by Spain recently. 2024 Madrid Open, Iga Swiatek and Andrei Rublev triumphs. So Madrid Open saw Iga Swiatek and Andrei Rublev emerges as the champions in singles events. Iga Swiatek of Poland claims her first Madrid Open title. Andrei Rublev of Russia secured his second triumph in this prestigious tournament. The event was held in the Spanish capital from April 22nd to 5th of May. So remember the Madrid Open, Iga Swiatek and Andrei Rublev, they have won this particular tournament. ISL, the Indian Super League 2023-2024, Mumbai City FC clinches second title. So Mumbai City Football Club won the second ISL, that is the Indian Super League. It is a kind of a particular tournament which happens just like the tournament of Indian Premier League, but it is the tournament of football. They defeated Mohan Bagan Supergiant with a scoreline of 3-1 in the final match. The final was held at Vivekanand Yuva Bharati Kri Rangan Stadium in Kolkata. The victory marks a historic moment for Mumbai City Football Club, who previously won their first title in 2020 to 2021 season. So remember that ISL, they have won the under this particular tournament. Now Mumbai City has won the football club, clinches the second title. And whom they defeated? They defeated the particular very famous and oldest football club of India, that is Mohan Bagan. World Laughter Day, very important and very required these days. So World Laughter Day is annually observed on first Sunday of May to raise awareness about the significance of laughter and its various health benefits. The day aims to promote world peace and global unity through laughter. The theme for this year was Laughter Unites Us All. The day highlights the importance of laughter as a universal language transcending barriers. So remember, World Laughter Day 2024 is being observed on 5th of May, but usually it is observed on first Sunday in May. International Day of the Midwife. So International Day of the Midwife is annually observed on 5th May to recognize and acknowledge the contribution of midwives worldwide. The day celebrates the role of midwives in improving the quality of care and reducing maternal and newborn mortality. The theme is Midwives, a Vital Climate Solution. International Day of the Midwives was first celebrated on 5th May 1991 and has since been observed in the over 50 nations globally. So remember the name Midwives Day. It is being observed on 5th of May and along with the Laughter Day. But Laughter Day is on first Sunday only. World Hand Hygiene Day. So hand hygiene day is very important because most of the diseases that people get is because of the dirty hands, and they used to consume food without washing hand. So under this, the World Hand Hygiene Day is annually observed on 5th May to spread awareness about the importance of hand hygiene in preventing infectious disease. Annual observance is led by the World Health Organization. The theme of WWHD is promoting knowledge and capacity building of health and care workers through innovative and impactful training and education on infection prevention control, including hand hygiene. The slogan for WHD is, why is sharing knowledge about hand hygiene still so important? Because it helps stop the spread of harmful germs in healthcare. So since childhood, we all have heard from our mom that before we eat, we should wash our hands. So please remember, the 5th of May is dedicated to this day only, the World Hand Hygiene Day. World Asthma Day 2024, observed on 7th of May 2024. So World Asthma Day is being observed on first Tuesday, and this year it lies on the 7th of May. The day is organized by the Global Initiative for Asthma in collaboration with the World Health Organization. The theme for the year is Asthma Education Empowers, emphasizing the importance of educating people with asthma and healthcare workers about the condition. So, what is asthma? Asthma is a condition in which there is a shortness of breath will take place in the people. So, to particularly create awareness about that, World Asthma Day is observed on 7th of May. Former Minister Jorge Raul Molino elected as the President of the Republic of Panama. So Panama, basically, where will you found Panama? So Panama is a particular type of a narrow country that connects the North America to the South America, or you can call that this particular place lies in the Central America. That is also sometimes known as the Latin America. And Panama is famous for one very important thing, that is the Panama Canal. Panama Canal is that canal that connects the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean, so that the people can directly go from the Atlantic side, Caribbean side to the Pacific side. So on 5th May, Jos Raul Molino, former Minister of Public Security, elected as the new President of the Republic of Panama, secured 30% of the total votes. He will take office on 1st of July 2024, succeeding Laurentino Cortizo Cohen. Molino contested the presidential election on the ticket of Achieving Goals and Alliance Parties. Supreme Court of Panama validated his bid to stand in for former President Ricardo Martinelli, who was barred from running due to the money laundering conviction. So now the new president of the Panama will be Jos Raul Molino. To add to this, recently the Mexico has also got the first female president, that is the Claudia Sheinbaum. And apart from her, Kais Said, he became the president of the Tunisia recently. And recently, the Labour Party, they got elected as the winner party in the UK, and they have got Starmer as the Prime Minister of UK. Rakesh Singh appointed as the CEO of Paytm Money. So Paytm Money Limited appointed Rakesh Singh as the new CEO following the resignation of Varun Sridhar. Prior to this appointment, Rakesh Singh served as the CEO of broking services at PayU, backed Wisdom for over 5 years. He has also worked with financial service companies including Standard Chartered, HDFC Securities, and ICICI Bank. Varun Sridhar has been appointed as the new CEO of Paytm Service Private Limited. So remember, Rakesh Singh has been appointed as the new CEO of Paytm Money. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank named Sanjeev Nautiyal as the MD CEO. So remember the name Sanjeev Nautiyal. He has been appointed as the Managing Director and CEO of Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. His tenure will be of 3 years starting from 1st July 2024. The Reserve Bank of India has approved this appointment. Nautiyal brings over 30 years of experience in various banking domains to this new role. So remember the name, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank named Sanjeev Nautiyal as the MD and CEO. Overview of the World Press Freedom Index 2024. So recently the Indian ranks 159th in the World Press Freedom Index. To add to this, recently India got 39th position in Global Innovation Index. Apart from that, in Hanley Passport Index, it was 82. If we talk about the other indices, like if we talk about the Hunger Index, the ranking of India was 105. If we talk about the Environment Index, the rating was very low and it was 176 out of 180 countries. So these are some of the other rankings. And now please remember that World Press Freedom Index, India ranked 159. According to the 22nd edition of the World Press Freedom Index, released by Reporters Without Borders, India is ranked 159 out of 180 countries with a score of 31.28. So, what is the meaning of World Press Freedom Index? Means the countries where the journalists and the press they can do their work freely without any intervention of the government or the particular bureaucrats or any kind of intervention from any kind of person from the state. Norway tops 2024 index for the eighth consecutive year, followed by Denmark and Sweden. So remember that Norway is on the top in this index, and after that the Denmark and the Sweden. All are the neighboring countries. Norway and Sweden are the adjacent countries, and Denmark is just to the south of both these countries. The last three places are occupied by Eritrea, Syria, and Afghanistan. So remember which is the last country in this index, that is Eritrea. On World Press Freedom Day 2024, 3rd of May, UNESCO releases the report titled Press and Planet in Danger: Safety of Environmental Journalists, Trends, Challenges, and Recommendations, highlighting the 44 journalists reporting on environmental issues were killed between 2009 and 2023. So this data has been released on the day that is the World Press Freedom Day. If to add to this, in our fundamental rights, we can get Article 19, Clause 1, and under that, the freedom of speech and expression is given. And also in the hidden form, the freedom of press is also there under Article 19, Clause 1. So in our country, the press, the journalists, they particularly uses Article 19, Clause 1 so that they can do their work freely. Kutch Ajrak, a traditional textile crafts, earned GI tag. So Kutch is a place in Gujarat. I hope you know about the Gulf of Kutch. It is just on the most western side of Gujarat. And at that place in Kutch, you will get a particular traditional textile that is called Ajrak. So now it has got the GI tag. What is the geographical indication tag? So it is under a kind of an intellectual property that any particular place in our country, as we go to different 28 states in our country, you will get to know a different type of textile or cuisine or something other type of things are being built there or crafted there. So every particular city has its own new traditional things, and for that purpose a GI tag will be given to them, so that particularly that place will be known by that GI tag. The certificate was awarded by Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks. This recognition celebrates the intricate textile crafts rooted in the Kutch region of Gujarat. GI tag highlights the cultural heritage and craftsmanship of the region. So remember, Kutch Ajrak, a traditional textile craft, earns GI tag. So let's revise that what we learned in this session. So first of all, Indian Army and Puneet Balan Group partnered to develop India's first constitutional park in Pune. Ministry of Home Affairs granted NOC to rename 8 railway stations in UP. Gurugram administration ropes in Yuzvendra Chahal to boost voter turnout. RBI allows standalone primary dealers to borrow foreign currency. IFSCA permits foreign portfolio investors to issue derivative instruments with Indian securities. REC Limited receives NOC from the RBI to establish wholly owned subsidiary in IFSC Gift City. Carlyle Group sells 2% stakes in Yes Bank for rupees 1,441 crore. Get Wanted secures NBFC license from the RBI, pioneering RBF startup. RBI revises guidelines for banks' capital market exposure in T+1 settlement. RBI lowers margin funding limits to 30% from 50%. Indian ratings raises sovereign GDP growth estimates for financial year 25 to 7.1%. IAF received second C295 transport aircraft from Airbus Defence and Space. Mindgrove launches India's first commercial SoC for IoT devices. Ukraine unveils AI-powered digital spokesperson for Foreign Ministry. Sunita Williams, Indian origin astronaut, set for third space mission. China defeats Indonesia to win BWF Thomas and Uber Cup 2024 finals. ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024, Bangladesh gears up for cricketing extravaganza. Real Madrid clinches 36th La Liga title. 2024 Madrid Open, Iga Swiatek and Andrei Rublev wins this title. ISL 23-24, Mumbai City Football Club clinches the second title, defeating Mohan Bagan. World Laughter Day on 5th of May, International Day of the Midwife, May 25. World Hand Hygiene Day is also 5th May. World Asthma Day, 7th of May. Former Minister Jose Raul Mulino elected as the President of the Republic of Panama. Rakesh Singh appointed as the CEO of Paytm Money. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank names Sanjeev Nautiyal as MD CEO. Overview of World Press Freedom Index 2024. India ranks 159th. Norway tops. Kutch Adrak, a traditional textile crafts, earned GI tag. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things and you get to know a lot of knowledgeable facts. And I hope you updated your notebooks. I'll meet you in the next session. And till then, please take care and we'll meet soon. Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.